Hi guys, welcome back to Fight Days channel. Jake Paul's unorthodox training versus Mike Tyson's grit. Jake Paul's first day of training looks nothing like Mike Tyson's preparation for his July 20th exhibition fight. It would seem that the YouTuber turned boxer does not take seriously that he will be facing a heavyweight boxing champion, and that despite the age differences, Tyson remains in good physical shape, while Paul trains in his own way, very unusual for a professional boxer, with a drink in hand. Criticism of Jake Paul's fight against Mike Tyson. The fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul has shocked the combat sports community and sparked heated debate on social media, many expressing outrage and disbelief at the spectacle unfolding before them. Matchroom boxing CEO at Hearn hates the idea of Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson, while at the Anthony Joshua vs. Francis Ngannou press conference, Matchroom boxing CEO at Hearn was asked about the Paul-Tyson contest. "You're asking the wrong guy. I am a hardcore boxing fan. He is one of my heroes. I find it very sad. It's a big event. I understand people are going to watch it. It's entertainment, I guess. But for someone that idolized the guy growing up, yeah, not the best day." In a separate quote, Hearn continued to pile on. "For real lovers of boxing, it's sad to see. At this point, Mike Tyson's ego will be hurt after so many from the combat sports world have disapproved of his fight against Jake Paul in July 20th. Even the Rich Zora came out to say the fight will be with even bigger gloves, and both will be using head-protecting gear. People are expecting a sparring match instead of an actual boxing match. They are labeling it a shameless money grab." British Boxing Board of Control General Secretary Robert Smith is an official who also had something to say about this fight. He is taking a stance similar to what all the other names in the industry have taken when they realize that this fight is taking place. During an interview reported by Boxing Sense, Robert Smith talked about the fight and mentioned the inconsistencies of it happening. Clearly, he has a unique perception of this, being an official who has to deal with these decisions on a regular basis. Everybody seems more worried about Mike than they are about Jake, which is the same sentiment that came from Smith. He says, "I can't believe it, really, to be fair. Who is organizing it? Who is doing the medicals? It's a 50-year-old man against somebody. It's very difficult to understand, to be fair. It's ridiculous. So how do you go? Whether it's sanctioned as a professional contest depends on Texas Boxing Commission, doesn't it? They're saying they are going to do it. I really can't answer that." Mike Tyson emerges hitting the bat in a recent video. As a way to remind people he is still Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight uploaded a more recent video hitting the back, although he doesn't seem like he still keeps some of that speed and agility. It is evident this is not the same Mike Tyson from old. We have no idea how much doing that small clip hurt his entire body, nor do we know if he will be ready for July 20th. We don't know he is committed to the sport of boxing. So Mike will definitely prepare for what's coming. Over the next few months, be ready for more training videos and watching the most ripped Tyson we have seen in decades. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.